wanted to show you before.
Crazy for a man to try to use a woman for a free meal. Like, what are you doing?
Why is that? Why is that crazy? We both eat.
Yeah. My whole thing is just, again, can I say it to the women, but it's just like, if you don't have money and you're broke, you should not be dating.
No.
You shouldn't be trying to sign up.
I'm talking about being hungry.
I'm talking about
Then we could be friends and I will buy you a meal as my friend. Why are we on a date? You're in no position to be in a relationship.
But I'm in no position to be in a relationship that we're going to be 50-50 in, that we're going to be equals in.
Well, I wouldn't be in that dynamic.
You don't want to be an equal with your partner.
I want to be equal with my partner, but I feel like my philosophies I have for myself, I have for my partner. So my philosophy for myself is I need to be able to provide for myself before I join lives with somebody else. If you're in a position where you cannot afford to eat, I will help you as a friend, but that means that you shouldn't be in a predicament to.
But that's not what I'm saying, because I'm able to provide for myself because I showed up to the date alive. Okay, so I've clearly been eating.
This sounds like there's some deeper problems.
No, it's not a deep problem. I'm asking you a serious question because it's okay for us to spend money on y'all, right? Mm-hmm. But y'all don't want to spend money on us sometimes.
Well, not sometimes. It depends.
All the time.
It's well, number one, again, the men normally spend money on the women because you're the one asking. So that's where that comes in. If I'm
Why aren't you asking?
I don't want to.
That's cap. Women be like, when are we gonna go on a date? That's your way of asking. If you ask when are we gonna go on a date, or I don't have to go on a date, or hey, before we do this, I have whatever fantasy rule that you made up in your own brain of 2-3 dates. But I'm just saying it's happening. Yeah. So like women are, subconsciously asking for dates, just like they subconsciously ask for marriage. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want a ring before this happened. Oh, I want to get married. I want to be married by this age. And niggas looking at her like, damn, you just really asked me to marry you without really asking.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out the full episode on YouTube.
That's your problems.
I don't go out a lot. Like, I don't go to parties a lot or whatever. That's just 'cause I don't go out a lot. Like, I don't go to parties a lot or whatever. That's just, I don't go out a lot. Like, I don't go to parties a lot or whatever. I don't go out a lot. Like, I don't go to parties a lot or whatever. That's just 'cause.
The sound used here is maddening, but that's because it perfectly encapsulates what men hear if they dare to work the modern dating scene. You're not going to pay for this? I did the work by dressing up and putting my face on. That gives me the ick. Phrases that men hear on repeat every single day. That is, if they haven't woken up yet. I say this because every week I get messages from guys just now discovering that they've been in the dark. They get up one morning and it suddenly dawns on them that they haven't been on an easy date in their lives, or their relationship resembles more of a feminist prison than what was originally promised. To answer these questions and concerns, and to verify what the long-term Man Guide viewers know deeply, this is why I, and many others, believe it's simply not a good idea to encourage dating Western women for the next 100 years. Let's do this. Before we go on with the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to MeanGene777, who shared, "They are not looking for love, they are looking for help," aka pretty much looking for an ATM. So thank you for dropping that comment, and please don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always guys, I'll be picking one comment from each video. It could be the funniest one, the most liked one, or one that I agreed with the most. So don't forget to leave a comment, and you could be our very next winner tomorrow. So be sure to hit that like and sub button too, as that helps out the channel so much guys. So now let's get right back into the video for y'all.
Embrace your masculinity.
Don't come back!
Ladies, you need to understand, if you have a man that's in a certain caliber, women you think men are in your DMs? Women are trying to take your place, not just men are just trying to get in your panties. Ladies, hear me and hear me well. Many men will screw you. Most men won't take care of you. Women want your place. So if you got a man that's a high value guy, She wants your place. She wants to be on the mortgage, on the will. So if you got an average guy, you don't have as many women trying to do that. Now I'll just say that.
And that's the truth. For the men who just woke up and landed here, congratulations. You just discovered the first piece of the puzzle. You are the one that has value, not the other way around. And this is why. See, a lot of men will wake up at the crack of dawn or late at night and receive pain like a third grader downs a Flintstone vitamin. They work extremely hard and expect something in return for their efforts. The amazing part of this is that it's often not money for the established guy. It's the understanding that you made a serious effort, that you're growing as a human being. Maybe you read every day. Maybe you go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Maybe you took on a trade recently so your future family can have stability. None of these directly transform into piles of cash, at least not at the start. But the point is, you have a journey and a goal. In other words, your drive is what makes you valuable. Your willingness to contribute with strength and knowledge is gold. When guys are asleep, they have it backwards. They think that the woman must be present for the effort to begin. They make money for women. They work out for women. Or more accurately, they work for women. That's a trap. True masculinity is knowing that focusing on yourself and the enrichment that makes you a greater version of yourself makes you valuable regardless of income. For a long time, guys practiced the former, blinded by the propaganda that started expanding in the 90s, and this is what they got.
So you took us to a museum for our first date?
Yeah, this is a good experience.
How much was the ticket?
Oh, it was free. What you mean? Oh, it's a nice campus, right? I like the art. You like this art?
I mean, it was free to get in here. I'm sure somebody liked the art.
I like the museum.
It was cool, but are you going to take us out to eat or something?
Yeah, I'm really feeling this right here, this taco stand.
Can you just take me home?
Shit, I walked here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shit, what you mean? It's L.A.
I don't date broke niggas.
Catching baseballs and not catching chlamydia.
During the dating period, at what point did the woman have to pay when they go out?
When you're on a date, who should pay? He's supposed to pay.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No.
Where does this double standard come from? You can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right. If I was dating someone and they never offered to pay, I wouldn't be dating them. This is the most polite they're ever gonna be, and they're not even trying to pay now. What does that say about my future? Let me tell you what means something to a guy: trying. When he feels that you're not even trying to contribute, that's when he feels used. And it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the lack of gesture.
Look at them squirm in the face of logic. Unbelievable. Everything I just highlighted that makes a valuable man, flip it, reverse it, and you have your next date at the end of the table. Like what Kevin said just a minute ago, women base their value on how many men have propositioned them at the club, and chads that bed them on the weekends. They'll then take this supposed value and carry it into whatever event or relationship they encounter. A while back, I got an email from a guy who said that he realized that his girlfriend checked all of these negative boxes. He asked what his next step should be, considering he wasn't where he wanted to be before he left. Brother, that falls under the working for women category. Yes, wanting to leave is the first step many guys take, but choosing to stay simply encourages that body count pride. By staying with that person for another minute, another hour, another day, choosing to take them out on a date that they don't deserve, you're allowing this chick to damage your personal value. If I had to guess, this woman you were talking about was a lot like the one murmuring in the art museum in that red flag of an outfit. Like I said, I personally spent some of my earthly youth in a car with my laptop. There's no shame in a struggle that you can later be proud of. Continuing to be with a nightmare because you're scared of the leap. Well, then there is.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'm looking for a girl.
Hey, we all!
If you were taking her on a date right now, where would you take her?
I would ask her, what do you like to do for fun?
I like to eat.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then there's a bunch of places we can
Go.
So what's your budget?
Because I rack up a bill, I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, I would wonder why she's racking up a bill. That's the first thing I'm wondering. Look,
Drinks are expensive. Two drinks, $15.
Because like, look, you got your money. If you go out with her, you're not gonna rack up a bill and expect her to pay it, no?
And this is a sign of a man that got the memo. Guys, whatever you did to get your money, regardless of how much it is, you worked for it. You might have been chewed out by your boss, dodged a literal bullet delivering food, or simply spent some of your precious time. What kind of message does that send? And how are you representing yourself generally if you choose to use this important exchange to sit down and listen to a modern woman? Honestly, it's the same message you send out to chicks with a wedding ring in the West. Perhaps, originally, women were attracted to this because it made men seem viable. But now, in the West, both the expensive date and the ring only tell the woman in question one thing. The same thing a carny sees if you walk by with a stuffed animal. You're a sucker, a mark, an opportunity, an ATM. These ladies have been primed to think that the more expensive and used they are, the more of a woman they are to the rest of the world. For those sending me these emails for signs or verification, you might be sitting with them on the couch right now with your headphones on, realizing that your net worth is hanging around their necks as a necklace, on their arms or as a tattoo, or anything else they managed to squeeze out of you before the inevitable end. And I'm not here to lie to you. That's a loss. You threw money into the slot machine, pulled the lever, and never got a nickel. But if you walk away, you'll get it back, along with your self-worth, something they don't want you to discover.
We need to stop dating ugly men. We're feeding into their delusions. They think they can pull every one of us now.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love.
Are you in love?
I was.
Oof. That broke my heart.
I was. She would walk in, I'd be like, hey, good to see you. And I'd go to my dressing room and just go, oh, I'll never be able to be with her.
You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. I swear to God.
I lied to the guy I am seeing and told him I loved him because he said it and I felt bad.
That was not real.
Wait. Regan, guess who's in town? Jeremiah.
No way, really?
He's Let's see that.
Yep, and guess what? After this video, 3 becomes 10, 10 becomes 100, and so on. Again, to the guys watching this who are new to the space, you are only lost because you chose to be. You invested in a shady navigation system, causing you to end up adrift in a sea of someone else's desires. As you continue to dive into the world of Manguide, and hopefully others sharing a common mission, you'll see that the decision to leave doesn't result in loneliness. Quite the opposite. You'll see that embracing masculinity results in a feeling of collective power over a broken system best left behind. Over the years, I've seen an uptick in women complaining about losing money, custody, and male respect. As you have begun to realize, this was the product of their problematic decision-making. You, in most ways, have remained the same. You're still hoping for a better future. You value traditionalism, and you still want to be the best man you can be. These women, on the other hand, they don't care about any of this. The drumbeat they march to is one of egocentric blindness. It's one that just can't comprehend why men are so important to civilization. They've received an endless stream of undeserved praise for being pulled out of the womb, ironically, usually by a male physician. They develop conspiracy theories out of thin air to justify a lack of responsibility, claiming that you're the human equivalent of the Black Plague.
I actually have a real problem with women being called unlikable because you never hear that about a man. You never hear it about such an unlikable bloke. You have, they're funny, they're called anti-heroes, and they're funny and they're strong and diverse and interesting.
There's a reason for that.
She just seen something.
Oh, that's my best friend's little brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, y'all, Apple came out with a new feature where you can check recently and delete it. So let's do it. All right, give us 1 brief second, y'all. Go through iMessage. Check right here. Delete the few messages. Who's Caleb?
That is one of my exes.
One of your exes? When you deleted a day ago?
It wasn't a day ago, it was like 2 weeks ago, but he accidentally called me and he texted me saying that. I just deleted it.
Yeah, you deleted it?
Yep.
Yeah. I ain't tripping about this, but I'm tripping? Yeah. So you don't go through it no more? No, I'm cool. I don't really care about all that. So you want to go through your phone or you want to end it right here?
This one's dry.
To the new blood, don't let yourself be the guy in this clip. Be the guy these feminist actresses fear. Here are a few questions. Does a woman go to work and sleep with her coworker? Does a woman forget how to cook a meal? Does a woman consider her children to be a leveraged burden? If you answered yes, this means one of two things, man. Either you're asleep in the modern world, or you're a feminist. The latter can go ahead and log off, or stick around and get pissed. Win-win for me. The fact of the matter is, if you're still dating or in a relationship with someone fitting these descriptions, you're not with a woman, bro. You're with the mutant offspring of progressivism and what used to be one that will continue to use you to its benefit until the well runs dry. The thing the women, talking about the supposed problems with male empowerment, will never understand is that they aren't the source of life and stability on the planet. You are. Originally, at least where the West is concerned, women understood the value of subservience and respect. That image of a man coming home in a suit to a warm meal isn't some kind of dystopian society we escaped from. It's a lost art that the options around you won't rekindle until all of us are long gone. This brings us to the final element needed to move past this and find your true potential.
That's right, ladies. Today, you will be taking accountability.
It's over with.
Hell no. Okay, all right. When I hear a man talking about how, he only goes 50-50 with a woman.
Oh shit, let me guess. You want to get paid to be in a relationship?
And he don't want to pay for nails and it's too expensive and in this economy, how could I and why?
Jesus Christ, what's next? Are you gonna complain about men not wiping your ass too? Stephanie from Crown Heights, you just activated my motherfucking trap cards. First, I activate the trap card broke. People be quiet. When this card is activated, any monster on the field complaining about the use of money they don't have randomly loses $20 for gas and gets yelled at by a homeless person. Last I activate the trap card, be a fucking adult. When this card is activated, any monsters on the field acting like a damn child. When they're a grown-ass adult, automatically loses the duel, their apartment, and their mind, forcing you to go to an insane asylum for the rest of your goddamn life. Now go, you're banished to the Shadow Realm, aka mumbling random words while locked in a padded room. Ah, funny.
Yep, you guessed it, responsibility. Brother or brothers, in the world of female delusion on this side of the planet, this is a word that women no longer understand. These chicks embrace the idea that they might one day find an aforementioned sucker to pay all of their bills, while they lay on the bed in Cheeto dust, ignoring the crying infant in the next room. They couldn't recognize accountability if the word was written on their foreheads, and in a place like LA or New York, that is a literal possibility. Now for you, being a man, responsibility is something you're born with. Men all around you have placed it in your hands, and you've run with it. Even if you fall into the other category, feeling emasculated by your current predicament to the point where you haven't done anything for some time, just know it still sits there as a small muscle. At any point in time, a little discipline can change everything. In other words, it really doesn't matter how you stop the pattern or break it off. All you have to worry about right now is taking that first step. How that will manifest is your decision, but there's no other alternative.
They look heavy. Let me take these to your table.
Thank you, handsome. The gin and tonic's for my sister, Ruth.
Okay.
This one is for Stacey.
Hello.
And if you could hand this one to my boyfriend.
Fuck you. Whiskey? Can I help you with that?
Are you sure?
Absolutely. My lady is in distress, and I'm here to rescue her.
Thanks. They say chivalry's dead, but I think you're making a pretty strong case for its revival.
Well, I'm always ready to help a beautiful lady. I help the ugly ones as well, but I'd definitely say you're in the former camp. Where am I taking this?
Well, it's only a few streets away. I'm moving in with my boyfriend,
Fuck
Ian.
Hello there, beautiful.
Oh, hello.
Piss off.
I guess I needed a shorter lead. Oh,
yeah?
thank you so much. You're such a gentleman.
Well, it has been said that I'm a gentleman, but never a gentleman. Can I accompany you on your journey?
Sure. I've got to get Scruffy back to my boyfriend and then...
Fuck you.
You know, when I was 15, I had a summer job installing carpets for Albert Cotagolian on Lake Charlevoix. Horrible job. Hot, indoors, forced to listen to The Gambler on 8-track while the rest of the world was at the beach. 3 days into the job, I knew I had to quit. I asked my father for advice. All he wanted to know was whether I'd given my word to Mr. Cotagolian that I'd work the summer. I told him I had. My father suggested I stick it out. I'd given my word. Worst 8 weeks of my life. Until the last day. Mr. Cotagolian shows up at the job site, pulls me aside, and tells me that in 27 years, no kid has ever made it through the summer. Gives me a bonus, $40. The most valuable money I've ever made. Priceless lesson about life. Value loyalty above all else.
To those emailing me, this is what I leave you with. My advice on your journey to independence and freedom. If a woman tries to play this game, she's not a woman. Cut and run. Don't come back for another century. If you desire loyalty, go where it can be experienced and place yours where it's well deserved. And if you feel the lack of strength, only speak and hang out with those willing to help you find it. It's a good start. And if you made it here, know you can make it anywhere. Welcome home. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.